Hi guys, thanks for waiting. So we will just start our session. Okay, and thanks for joining you guys. Uh, so today's project is about matchmaking for developers. So I hope many of us has used this, matchmaking apps or let's say dating apps like Tinder, Bumble types. So we have made this sort of matchmaking app for developers. Okay, so before that, before going ahead, just drop a text in the chat how you guys are doing. Just drop great if you guys are doing great, and are you guys excited for today's session? Just drop great in the chat. And I'm waiting, guys. Okay, like you guys also should be very excited for the session. And if I can't see excitement, you know, I won't be able to explain really well, right? I can see only Rahul and Kanchan replied great. What happened to other 46 people, 45, 46 people? Are they not doing great? Shruti saying great. Nice. Sibirajan, good evening. Good evening, Sibirajan. Hi. Ready, bro. Yes. Irfan is saying ready. Yes, we are all set for today's session. I need few more messages. Yeah, I need few more messages. What other 40 people are doing, huh? Are they just connected this session and just went? No, right? Just just type great. We are ready. Great. I just need few more messages. We'll just start now. Excited? Yes, Nishant. I am also excited for this app. Actually, I attended yesterday's session but failed to give it. What can I do? No, it's okay. Like your attendance is registered, Irfan. No worries. Adarsha Singh, jolly jolly. Yes. Yes, Rahul, excited. Yes. Okay. How many? 49 people has joined? Can I get like one, two more messages? We'll just start now. Let me share my screen and we will start. So for today's project, I'll just drop a repositories link in the chat. We'll be doing it all together. Okay. I just drop the repositories link in the chat. Okay. So I'll just clone this in my app, in my PC basically. Okay. Okay. So this is repository and we will just clone this. Let's go to VS Code, new window. New folder. I'll just clone this repository, okay, with you guys only. I've just shared you guys a repositories link, right? I just hope you guys got repositories link, right? Just drop yes in the chat. Actually, during the repository, students skip the session or workshops. Yes, I think so, Rahul. Yes. No worries, like, yeah. So we have around how many? 55 people here. So they'll just get to know a lot of things now. Uh, Okay, we'll just do grid flow. Okay, so now here you can see we have this chat app. Okay, so basically this is again this is matchmaking app for developers. Okay, so we have these two folders. One contains the front end part of our app. Second is the back end part of our app. Okay, so we will just go into both the folders and our will install our dependencies. I've already explained what are the dependencies, right? So in package.json, we have all our dependencies, okay, installed. Okay, so we'll go to backend. No, we'll go to chat app first. We'll do just, okay, we have two folders here, backend and front end. We'll go to backend first. Uh, you should always check like in which directory you are. Okay. Now we are in the backend. We'll do npm I for install. Okay. npm install or npm I you can do. So it will just install all our dependencies. I just hope you guys can see it, right? Whatever I'm doing, you can just drop a message in the chat. Yes, you can see. You guys can see, right, what I'm doing? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Irfan. Okay, so we'll just go back here. Okay, so cd space dot dot to go in the previous directory. We'll do ls to know which is our present working directory, and we'll just clear this here. Okay, now we'll go into front end. And as we go into front end, we will again do npm install. This is installing our front end dependencies. Okay. Now npm run, I think it's dev only. Okay, it's npm run start. Okay, so from where I have seen this, okay, it's npm run start or npm run dev. Just go to package.json. Okay, maybe in front end, go to package.json, and there are scripts. Okay, from these scripts, you get to know the start command or dev command. Okay, so here I can see it's a start, not dev. So npm run start. Once I do this, the server will start. Okay, the server will start, and this is like showing the basic app. Okay, this is the front end. Okay, let's connect the back end as well. For this, I'll just get another terminal. Uh, we'll just give names to these terminals. Okay, here we can just modify. It's like, let's say we will just front end. Sorry, we'll just give it a name front end. Okay, and we can just give this terminal a name backend. Okay, so our front end server will be running in this terminal, and our backend server will run in this terminal. So we'll need to check again what is a command to run our backend. So we'll just go into backend, okay, and we'll go into package.json. As it is saying, it is a start. Okay, it start itself. So npm run start. Okay, I am in the wrong folder. So I'll just do present working directory. The present working directory is 5 days. I'll do ls. Now again, I have to go to cd chat app, ls cd backend. Cd means change directory. Okay, I hope you guys have learned the term in like commands of Linux. Okay, so I'm into backend right now. So npm install. Sorry, npm run start we had to do. Okay, now our backend server is running. Give me a second. Node 1 app crashed. What is saying? Node 1 app crashed before it starting. Okay. Okay, we'll just remove node mon because just do node. Right. So basically what nodemon does is whenever we change something in our backend, it keeps on watch the changes and reload our server. Okay, but right now we are not going to change anything our backend. So I've just wrote this simple script node app.js. Okay. Now to run our application npm run start itself. So let me just resolve this error, guys. Okay. The env. So in the env I have to change it like it's like 5002. No problem. So basically my 5002 port was already busy. So that is why it is throwing an error. So in the Mac, 5000 port is not available basically. This is where the screen is small. Okay. Okay. Now is it okay? Now you guys can see it, right? Just drop yes if you can. Okay, great. So basically, I've changed the port number because in Mac, because of some issues, it uses 5000 port already. Okay, so that is why we are using 5002 here. Or you can use anything, but not 5002. Like sorry, 5000 if you guys are on Mac. Okay, so npm start, npm run start. Okay, you can as you can see, server is running on port number 5002, and MongoDB is also connected. So these are the env files. You'll already get the env files and all with your backend as fork the repository. Okay. Now our front end and backend is running. Okay, we can directly jump into the app. Just a second. You will just have to check first. Okay, your front end is running or not. Wait. Okay, it's running. Great. Okay, so now this is our app. This is like very basic app, okay, which we have made because it's about giving you an idea how this exactly matchmaking thing is working. So once you log in, okay, first we will register. Okay, let's register and let's say my name is Atharv. Password I want to take is again Atharv. Username Atharv. Description developer maybe. Okay, developer skills, React, Mongo, let's say MongoDB, Node.js. Okay, ठीक है. I'll just copy and paste the interests as well. Okay, and register. Okay, it says email atharva@gmail.com. So now, as I have registered, okay, I can see two users are already there. Okay, so these users have like description, skills, interests, and descriptions, skills, interest. Let me create one more user. Okay. Here I will create one more user. I will just open the app in a private browser. Okay. Okay. So now again I'll register with another name. Okay. Let's say developer. Developer. Okay. Developer. Password is developer. Username is developer. Description is developer. Is like MongoDB, Node.js. Okay, so like once I register, sorry, developer@dev.com. So if I register, okay, as you can see, the user which I've created recently, it is reflecting here. Okay, so what I have to do is I can only match. Okay, and once I match it, I go to matches. Okay, so once I match this, okay, match. Okay, the match is registered. Now, if I go to here, okay, as you can see, we have this developer. Okay, if I go to matches, I can see I have gotten this request. Okay, I've gotten this request from developer. Okay, and if I click on this, okay, if I click on this match, okay, it's not getting updated. Uh, I think there is some error in the app. We'll need to check that. Okay, so basically, I can see only okay. So basically I can see only like okay, like if I match, that's on dashboard. If I click on match, I can see whoever has matched me or whoever has interested in me. I can see his profile in I can see that profile in other, other browser or other users thing. Or if I match, okay, I can just uh, see my like this profile in here, the other thing, right? So this is like sort of matching each other. So let me explain you the architecture for this. Okay, like how we are like reflecting this matches over the let's say profiles. Okay, I think like few features are not working, okay, here because we got really short time to develop this project. But to not, to see, basically architecture is important for the project. So we'll just go with the architecture here. Okay. I don't know, like, this right now there are few errors. Okay, I agree, but we'll explain. We'll go with the architecture as well. Okay. So okay, eraser. Okay, so what is our agenda basically here is, okay, let's consider we have these several profiles. Let me check the code as well. Okay, so in the models, Okay. So let's say the basic thing is what we want to do. Let's give it names for this boxes. It's one, two. Okay. And now what we have done is we have created one match pool. Okay, match pool. We can say it match pool. So I'm explaining you on a database level basically what we have done. Uh, it's like match pool. Okay. So let's say this one person can see all three profiles or all four profiles. This one person, like basically one member one can see all four profiles and he can just click on the button. Let's say he say like, I like this 4-1, right? So this 4-1's entries will be saved in the match pool. Okay, that he's interested in four. Okay, so we can say it's like one or four. Okay, so four will get the request of that. Okay, one has sent me the request now, but he can't see the request. Okay, only and only if four has this. So basically, number four has this other four options, right? So if number four, only if he checks with her, like basically a number one, okay, like he matches, then only your database will be populated with number one and number four. So that's how this matchmaking, this match pool is working. Okay. Now anyone can connect with anyone in this thing, but only the condition is if one chooses four, four should also choose one. If four chooses two, no, it won't work. It won't save in the pool. Okay. So here you can see we have made this schema where we are just there is one UID1, UID2. Okay, and we are just saving their details. Okay, we are just taking the details. So basically, we are just saving their IDs. Okay, using this mongoose schema types and object ID. Okay, and the reference is user. So basically, what is user? User is nothing but a user database. Okay, as you know, whenever we register, so here, whenever we are registering, okay, let's say if I log out and if I register, all this data is getting stored into this users database. Okay, so this is UID, okay, which is unique. Again, it is unique ID. And this all the fields are getting saved like password, username, description, skills, interest, and matches. Again, in the matches, so whoever he matches, like he sends the request, it will get stored here. Okay. So whenever he sends the request, okay, sends the request and it gets stored here. And when we go to the dashboard, okay, we can see that match basically. And now if you go to match, this is again a normal, like, this is basically, as you can see, it is chat ID. We were just trying to implement the chat feature. Okay, but because of time constraint, we were not able to deliver that. Okay, but we were just trying to implement the chat function, and this was very cool. Okay, I'll just explain you how to implement that. Okay, so that you guys can implement that thing on your own. Okay. Okay, so this is like UID1, UID2, and chat ID. Basically, whenever these guys are talking to each other, okay. So whenever these guys are talking to each other, they can just, share that same ID. Okay, so that they can just see messages of each other. It's a third. Okay, select login success. As you can see, these matches are already saved. Sorry, if you can see in the matches, this match is already saved. And let me go to the developer. Okay. As you can see, this match is already saved. No, I think I have logged in with the same ID. Hmm. Okay, as you can see, this match is saved. Okay. So this is very simple, work or functionality of this app. If one person sends a request to the fourth one, so fourth one won't be able to see that first person has sent me the request. Okay, he will be only able to see the four members, and if only if it matches with a one, or if it sends the request to the one, then only it is getting saved in the pool. Okay, and then they can chat. Okay, so that's how it is working. So this is very basic. Okay, and this is how all the matchmaking application works. Like all the matchmaking operation application works on this thing only. They have this common match pool. Okay, if someone matches with someone, they just directly drop that into the match pool. Now let me jump to the code. Okay, I'll just share you guys the back end part of it. Okay, so as you can see, we have this chat. Okay, so see how easily this chat thing is implemented. So whenever there is a new message or new chat, this chat ID is created. In chats, we have this array of objects. Okay, basically, who is a sender? Okay, so whoever sends the chat, let's say, s- this developer sends message to this developer sends message to Atharv. Okay, or Atharva sends message to the developer. In this case, okay, in this case, the senders if Atharva sends message to the developer, the sender's ID is getting captured here. Okay, and the reference is again user, and this is true. Okay, and that message will be populated here. Okay, the message will be populated here, and let's say this finds this basically this. So senders. Now just consider this as this. Okay. Right. Okay, now developer sent message to the author. Okay, and in database, this developer's ID is getting stored, right? So in Atharva will search, okay, I'm having match with a developer, right? I'm having match with a developer. So this ID will search, like this ID will search in the database, has developer sent any messages, so that Atharva can pick that message. Okay, so in this app, this is how the chat is implemented right now. Let me check. Okay, so this is how in the chat is implemented. Okay, but the better part is like the better option for implementing chat is in the first session is itself. I've introduced you guys with a web RTC and WebRTC. And what was the second one? If you guys can tell me. If you guys can tell me, what was the second one? Right. What? Everyone is not attentive, kya? Not everyone is attentive. Why only one person answered me? This WebSockets. CB Rajan says in WebSocket. Yes, right, Karan. WebSocket. We have discussed. Right. So, okay, two things we have discussed: WebSocket and uh, so WebSockets and WebRTC. So basically, WebSockets for the real-time communication. So whenever there is a chat application or whenever there is a video calling application, the best way to, the best way to implement these chat things or this real-time communication things is WebSockets or WebRTC. So what do you think? So just give me a quick, guess in WhatsApp, the real-time communication, what they are using, WebSockets or WebRTC? What maybe they are using in WhatsApp? We use WhatsApp daily, right? But we might be not knowing what is tech around the WhatsApp. Can anyone tell me? WebRTC. Okay. Why do you think, Karan, it's WebRTC and not WebSockets? Can anyone tell me? We have what around 60 people are there, huh? And no one is answering, both. Okay. I'll just explain you guys, what is been there in the WhatsApp for the real-time communications. I'll just explain you guys how it is, what they have actually implemented. But before that, I need at least five answers, yeah. Only five answers. From out of 60 people, I'm expecting only five answers from you guys. They have implemented WebRTC or WebSocket. WebRTC. WebSocket for continuous connection and WebRTC. Means, Prabha, what exactly WebRTC or WebSockets? Rahul. Sir, actually, sir, I don't having any idea what to say because I'm just watching. No, but I was explaining as well, no? And that Monday I have explained what is the difference between WebRTC and what WebSockets. We have used WebSockets and WebRTC for real-time communication. So anyone is having any idea like why we have used in WhatsApp, uh, why they use WebSocket or WebRTC? Like some of you are saying both they have implemented, but can you also tell me the reason? Right. So Prabhav is saying and CB Raj is saying it's WebSocket. Yes, in WhatsApp they have implemented WebSockets, not WebRTC. Okay. So why, can anyone tell me why WebSockets, not WebRTC? They can use WebRTC, right? Because it is like inbuilt functionality or inbuilt feature of the mobile phones. The WebRTC is inbuilt feature of the mobile phones, right? Okay, I think no one is answering. No problem. The connection is continuous and the request isn't broken like HTTPS. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. So the in web basically they have implemented WebSockets because WebSockets are very easier to implement. This WebSockets for sending packets and all. Okay, because it's a continuous connection. Okay, we can send packets over packets are basically this small chunks of data. Okay, this continuously chunks of data uh, sent over this WebSockets basically. So that's why they have used WebRTC. Okay, so I'll just give you guys like 5 minutes. Okay, to so whatever repository we are using, I'll just send you the repository's link again. Okay, I want you guys to install this, or at least fork this repository. Okay. Uh, t- okay. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay, give me like 2 minutes, and till then you guys can like fork this repository. I've just shared in the group chat. Okay, till then you can just fork this repository. I'll just like give me 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for waiting. Okay. So I hope like a few of you might have forked this repository. May I just get to know like how many people have forked this repository or just clone this, or how many people have like opened this? At least say yes in the chat. I just want to know like how many people has opened this. Okay, Prabha, Pranay. That's great. That's great, guys. Mm, Vinendra. Yes, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm expecting few more people to, at least fork this repository so that you guys can get the code. Okay, like the implementation at least. So there are a few features which you guys can also implement. Clone is done. Adarsha is saying clone is done. Shruti, yes. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So whoever is like cloning this repository, okay, that's great. But also just try to open this and you guys can also make few changes into it. Okay. So I'll just explain you the code part of it, okay, and how you guys can at least implement further features. Okay, we'll just discuss that now. Okay. Okay. So this is like a backend. Okay. First we'll see the backend part. As we have seen, okay, this is a match pool. Okay. In the match pool, this user ID 1 and user ID 2 is coming so that they can match and see each other. And this is chat ID so that they can have chat to each other. And this chat ID is basically is fetching. This chat ID is fetching all chats. Okay, all chats from here itself. Okay, as you can see, this is like array of chats. Okay, array of messages basically. Okay. So as I said, this chat feature is not implemented in the front end. So it's a task for you guys to implement the chat feature. Okay. So this is a chat ID. So basically this ID is getting matched with this one. Okay. And in the front end, we can fetch all these messages. Okay. And these are the user data. So we are just storing users data here in this model. Let's have a look at controllers. Okay, in the routes itself, we have controllers. Okay. So router.post, with a post, we can just add a user. Okay. Sorry, we can just slash add on slash add. We are adding this chat ID, sender and message. Okay. This we are getting from the front end. Okay. And this is for chat basically. Like whenever there is a message someone wants to send, we are having this add route. Okay. And with that add route, what we are sending is chat ID, sender, and message. Okay. And this is how we are just fetching the chat. Basically, this is how we are fetching the chat. Okay. So this is a route. Okay. We are using get method. Okay. And slash chat ID. Basically, whatever the parameter we are getting here, from this parameter, we are finding a particular chat from here. Okay, we are finding particular chat from here and we are sending it back to the front end. Okay, as you can see, we are sending it back to the front end with a status 200. Okay, simple. This is how it is matching basically. Okay, so for match, we have like router.post that check. So basically it is just checking. So as we have seen here, wait, let me just show you. So whenever I say, so let's say this is, I think, okay, this is a developer's account and this is Atharva's account. So they have matched with each other. Now let's say I will create one more user. So this is Atharva's account and this is developer's account. If you guys can see my mouse. Okay, so this is developer's account and this is Atharva's account. And this route basically, which I've explained right now, this is check route is actually checking if this Atharva is got some match or not. Okay. So this Atharva's got match of developer, right? So this route is continuously checking if this Atharva is getting match or not. Okay. So this is all like, this check route is doing. So see here, we are just checking like, user one, user two, how they are like actually functioning. And this route is for getting user details. Basically, these are like user ID we are getting. And from this ID, we are just fetching the details like find by ID and we are sending it to the front end. Now what we have? We have this user. Okay, we have this user registration and login basically to register. we are taking these parameters from the front end, like email, password, username, description, skills, and interest. And we are just trying to register the user. But before that, what is important thing is this password. As you can see, guys, this password is hash mapped. Okay. So let me explain you guys what is this hash. So how many of you knows this password encryption thing? Why we have used this bcrypt.hash? Can anyone tell me why we have used this bcrypt.hash? Can anyone tell me? Okay, Vinendra is saying for security. Nice. Plain text is converted into ciphertext. Nice. Do not display the password and display asterisk instead. No, actually, Prabhu, this is for encryption. So we can't really store plain password. Like let's say the password is 1234. We can't really store 1234 in the database, no? For higher security purpose. Shruti is saying for higher security purpose. Nishant is saying for encryption. Right. So basically, we can't store direct like password. Like let's say password is 1234. We can't store 1234 in the database, right? So that is the reason. So that's the reason we are not storing a plain password. So we need to encrypt that password first, and then we need to store. So how this bcrypt.hash is working is, so for that we are using one package called bcrypt. So here you can see package.json, right? Package.json, we are using bcrypt to hash our password. So we first hash our password, okay? And then like basically encrypt our password, and then we are storing it into the database. I'll just show you how to retrieve that as well, okay? So in the login, okay? So whenever user is logging in, he's giving his ID and password, right? He's giving his ID and password. So whenever, first of all, we are just finding the user by ID. Okay, like find one email. If that ID is not existed, user doesn't exist, or user is not found. Okay, let's say if ID found, okay, then we are just matching like bcrypt.compare. We are comparing our password, okay, which we got from the user, okay, and we are comparing our database password. Okay, so using this compare, so this algorithm works in such a way that once we have the both password, this algorithm compares them. This is like encrypted password, and this is non-encrypted password. So it's up to algorithm how they match it. Okay, so what hash method they have used. So algorithm only knows, this package only knows what kind of hash method they used to hash the password. So it just decrypt it and compare. So here they are just comparing it. So how many people knew this before, like, encrypting and decryption of the password basically? Or how many people have used this bcrypt before? If you guys use this, drop yes. If you guys haven't used this before, you can just drop no. Okay, Preeti used it. Vinendra used it. Rahul, no, it's okay. You can use it now. Nishant, no. Okay. Just I know the concept. Okay. Great. Okay. Out of 55 people, only 4 has replied. Why? What are all other people are doing? Guys, like you can also message, right, in the chat. Like if you guys knew this before, you can drop yes. If you guys didn't knew before, you can drop no. Okay. That's only front end. You guys can reply. Okay. Only few people knew this. Few people didn't knew this. Okay. Vinendra is saying no. No worries. So you can read more about this package on GitHub or on NPM's website, but it's very easy to use this package. Okay, and this is very helpful, like very helpful. Uh, in this router, we are just fetching the user ID. Okay, ID, and we are getting the user. Okay. In this get slash, we are just getting matches. So user find and populate matches. So basically we are just getting all the matches in the route, in the basic route. Okay. Uh, so using this route, I think like we are trying to like add match and this ID. So basically we are using this. So whoever has matched, so basically whoever has clicked on this. Okay, so whenever we go to dashboard, so whoever has clicked on this, let's say match, and in that, so basically with this ID, okay, and with this user's ID, so this data is sending here, okay, with this add and this ID, add match and ID. Okay, so for that reason, we have implemented this route here, and it is just getting added to the database. So as you can see, it is getting added to the database. Yeah. And we are just sending match already exist. So match already exist is, so basically if this matches this, as you can see, match already exist. Okay, like this developer has already clicked on this match for this Atharva. So I'm getting this message match already exist. So this is here, this coming from here. And it's saying match added successfully. If I just click on this, let's say, I think match added successfully. Okay. So this is like pretty much a basic backend we have made. Okay. We just wanted to demonstrate how this chat making thing works. Sorry, matchmaking thing works. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So great. What was the queues? Where have we seen queues? Basically, what was the queues? What was the question? What kind of question? Like, there's no question. Okay, so actually, okay, so this is like pretty much decent backend we have made. Okay, so now you guys can implement the chat feature in this backend. Okay, and you can just fork this repository. Okay, you guys just fork this repository. I've already shared. Okay, let me share it again. Okay, you guys can just fork this repository. Okay, and implement the chat feature and raise a pull request, and let's see how many people can able to implement the chat feature into this. Okay, and you guys can raise a pull request, and we will just merge it. So this is like pretty much a decent backend. We'll just move to the front end part. Okay, front end is also very much decent. Like we have these components, Mern, match, app, and This is like pretty much decent. These are like pages like for the dashboard. We have this page. Okay. Here only we have implemented few APIs like the backend is connected, right? So here only we have implemented few APIs. This basic login is there. So how many people know how login works? Can you just drop yes? How login and authentication works? I'll just explain you guys how authentication works in the backend. Yes, Vinendra says yes. Yes, yes, I'll be explaining login and authentication. I just wanted to know how many people knows it. Okay, only two people knows it and one person didn't know. Can anyone like no? Shruti is saying no. Vishal is saying yes. Okay, that's great. If you guys know how authentication works. Okay, for the people who don't know how authentication works, I'll just explain you guys. Um, okay, so now let's say this is a sorry. Let's say this is our browser. Okay, and this is our server. This is our server. Okay, or database. So whenever person logs in, okay, with the email ID and password. Okay, so whenever person logs in with the email ID and password, this this sends to the backend. This data is sending to the backend, and this backend gives us a random, let's say a token. Okay, this generates a random token. Let's say I'll just write some gibberish. Okay, let's say this is a token. This token is getting stored into the database. Okay, this token gets stored into the database, and whenever person logs in, okay, so we send this token back. Okay, we just send this token back again to the browser as person logs in. Okay, and this token gets saved into the cookies. So let's say this token gets saved into the cookies. So what is cookies? Basically, it's a storage for the browser. So this token gets saved into the cookies. Okay, I'll just try to. So now whenever a person tries to send another request, so whenever, so now it's logged in, it's stored into the cookies. Now person is trying to access some data from the backend. Let's say he wanted to access personal profiles information or something like that. So he needs to send that with that request, he sent this cookie as well. Okay. Now in the backend, now in the backend, we check this cookie, okay, and verify it if it's the same or not. We check it, and then once it's verified, then we send this data. So that is how login and authentication works. Okay. So that's it, guys. This is your assignment kind of thing to implement the chat feature into this application. you guys already have code. As I have explained in the backend, we have these models for chat. So using this model, you have to, implement the chat feature. And You guys can implement chat feature using that model. And also, I want to share one bundle with you guys. Let me check. Okay, so this is a bundle. Okay, you will get it for 99 rupees. I'll just share you guys a link. I'll just drop this link into the chat so that you guys can purchase this bundle. Okay, this bundle includes the JavaScript notes. Okay, this is like complete JavaScript notes. If you guys haven't purchased this bundle yet, this is very, very, very useful. Okay, this includes all this JavaScript notes from basics to advanced, like even object-oriented programming. In advanced, you can see many things are there. Even in object-oriented, you'll find this advanced, very, very, very advanced topic, which is not even covered in like highly paid course. Okay, and what you are getting it for just for 99 rupees. Okay, this is full stack questions. It's like a question bank, and this is like a cheat sheet for the web development. Okay, so this is like a bundle which we are providing only for rupees 99. Once you click on this link, okay, you'll be redirected here. Okay, and you can just fill in your names and you can just log in. Okay, now also launching we are also launching this full stack web development course where you'll get to learn from basics to advanced like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, MongoDB, Node.js, and React. Okay, so you can just fill up this form. Okay, so that's it. That's all, guys. Okay, I just hope today's session was great. And again, tomorrow we're gonna cover really interesting projects. So for that, you guys need to attend that. Okay. So thank you guys and good night.
Yeah. Just now I shared the feedback form in the chat box. Please fill the feedback form. It will be counted as attendance to receive the certificate. Yeah, Shivasai.
अरे यार मेरे को
Yeah, Shivasai, just give a moment. Like I will share the Google form. Please fill that form. You will get the details, all the details. Yeah, just now I shared another Google form. That is those who have the interest in the full stack paid course. Please fill that form. Then you will get all the details related to the course. Our career counselor will call back to you. Shivasai, you can fill that form. Then you will be getting all the details tomorrow. If anybody have any doubts, just drop a mail to learn@coursevita.com. KPH. KPH. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we'll meet up at the same timings at 7 p.m.